Howdy boys, it's MPC, and in today's video we're going to be going over the top 10 most cringe vehicles in GTA Online. While this list is subjective, if you disagree, you're wrong, because these are definitely the 10 most cringe vehicles in GTA Online. Dude, who is this lady? Where did you even come from? You trying to throw? Oh, she's throwing hands! Bah! You asked for this. Look, I'm not trying to fight, lady. Hey, what? Bro, they're so mad. They're so mad. Bah! Bah! Oh my god, Pedro's come. Boo, boo. Oh, he did the stanky leg. Oh my god. Before we hop into things, drop a like if you guys enjoy the video, because it would really help it get the attention that it deserves. Let's get into it. The first vehicle should come as no surprise to anyone. It is the Oppressor Mark II. This thing is probably like the most cringe vehicle. The Oppressor Mark II has not single-handedly, but like definitely was a big contributor into GTA Online, like having its first death, I almost want to say. Like people stopped playing the game. It like killed the meta. Like it was all Hydras and stuff before, which I thought were, you know, I personally think the Hydra is a very fair vehicle, because while it's fast and has destructive power, it's big and it can only take so many hits before it explodes, you know. But the Oppressor is so small, it's fast, it just makes griefing so easy, and I feel like a lot of people take advantage of it and abuse its power, and that's why it's cringe, because you get people like this. I'll probably throw a clip of this guy. We're just chilling, minding our own business, and this guy pulls up out of nowhere, blows us up, and then is like trying to grief us on his Oppressor that's small, fast, has 20 rockets, like it's got a booster, and then the instant you kill them, they're just so useless. Like the score's either going to be 40-1 because they're so useless when they don't have their Oppressor anymore, or they just leave the lobby because they're trash, cannot do anything without their handicap. And then the people who have multiple Oppressors, oh my god, that is like the worst thing ever. I own one because there was a period where you know, like if you can't beat it, I'm not saying don't own one, because sometimes you need one to take them out, because they're so hard to hit, but it is just like a super toxic vehicle, and that's why it is on the list. Up next on our list is the Kosatka. It's just a really OP vehicle that you can have. First up, we have the missiles. They're guided missiles. Like first you launch them, and then you have complete control over them, right? You can go anywhere within the radius, which probably reaches downtown over there, and then you can literally like one-shot anything. I'm not entirely sure it like one-shots everything, but it is really strong on impact, and like it's super low risk, because you're in the safety of your Kosatka, which is a really tanky vehicle too. So if anyone comes after you, it's like not even that bad. Plus, they have to realize that you're instigating and then come to you while you're firing missiles. If you guys haven't seen from this screen, there's a timer in the top left. The missiles have a cooldown of, I believe it's 2 minutes, and that starts the instant you launch the missile. So while you're flying the missile, the cooldown's already going. And even if you get your kill really fast or whatever, or you make impact, guess what? You have 2 missile stations. Are you fucking kidding me? And this one also is a 2-minute cooldown. So you basically have no cooldown. Is it a 1-minute cooldown? Did I get it wrong? Maybe it's 1 minute, not 2 minutes. Because I was only in the air for like a few seconds. That's just, it's ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous that you have 2 stations. I think it's really overpowered, and to be frank, it's cringe to use it. I will admit it's fun, okay? I'm guilty of this a little bit. It's really fun, but I will say it is probably one of the most cringe, overpowered vehicles that you can use in GTA. Not only do you have those missiles, but like if someone's coming after you and you can see it on the map, right? You can open up your map, you can see, oh, someone's, you know, there's a Toreador coming after me. Guess what? You don't even have to drive. You can teleport to the other side of the map. Look, we're going to Chumash. Okay, Chumash was the wrong location. I thought Chumash was all the way up by where my yacht is, but you get the point. If someone's coming after you here and you can see that they're coming after you, you can just teleport for a measly 10k. Just makes for a very low risk. It just makes for a very low risk vehicle, and to have such abusive features is kind of toxic. That's why it's on the list. Next up, we have the RC Bandito. Don't get me wrong, it's really cool, but it is kind of cringe. Like, let's be honest. I don't know why I can't drop a mine. Oh, there we go. Yep. Okay, we've got some EMP mines, disables vehicles. It has a jump, the best feature of all, I want to say you despawn off the map when you summon one of these. Like, I was standing right here. I should be right around here. And my character is gone. So all that's left is the RC Bandito. I don't die if this dies. So, you know, if you're PvPing, a little cringe. A little cringe. And then the best feature of all is that you can kamikaze with this thing. It can come equipped with a remote bomb. Here we go. Oh, that's the cinematic camera. Oops. Boom! Did I get a kill? Well, the explosive power, it is a little weak, but it is enough to cause damage. Yep, there you go. So, it is pretty cringe, and I think after the Bandito exploded, I spawned in where it was, so it's almost like a teleport too. Kind of crazy. And they're only like $1 million. While it's not the strongest weapon in the game, the fact that you don't have to be on the map to use it is kind of like, it's really OP. You're just like a moving explosive. You're very mobile. You've got mines, you've got jumps, you've got a lot of utility with this thing, and then you can detonate it. It does take a little bit to charge up the detonation, but it's like if you don't have to be present for the fight, that's kind of good, right? So, cringe. Up next, we have the Blazer Aqua. It's so useless. It is such a useless vehicle. I don't do transform races solely because this thing is so like unfun to use. It's so slow, dude. Is it a cool concept? Yes, it definitely is. Oh, the fact that you have like an ATV that has a submersible mode is like super sick, but it's so bad. It is like such a low like performing vehicle. I think my main gripe with it is just that it's really slow, honestly. It like doesn't make it worth using on land. That's about it. There's not much more to it. It's just slow, and it's really ugly too. I guess that's the other thing. It's really ugly. I think if the back end was lifted higher, it would look a lot better, but it's just so stupid. I hate this thing. Up next, we have the Faggio mod. It's just such a stupid bike. Like,
I'm so quirky and different.
it's so fucking cringe. Like, you're not cool for using this thing. The only cool thing that the Faggio has is that it's got this top speed glitch that a few of the motorcycles have right now, where the back end will like, I don't know what it is. It's just the speed glitch where it'll start like shaking. The back end will start like shaking into the ground and stuff, and then your top speed is like ridiculous. Like you can see, yeah, we hit it a little bit there. Oh my god, it's such an ugly vehicle. Like I did make it look as cringe as possible, but like in general, these scooters are I don't know, dude. They're so uncool. I would bully someone for having one of these. I don't know if I'm a bad person for that. It's so ugly. I hate this. I don't really care about the performance of this or anything because I'm gonna sell this thing after this video, so I just don't want it. It's a waste of a garage spot, and I think it's time we get rid of it right now. Yes. I don't think it's got enough. One more. Burned to a crisp. Up next, we have the Invade and Persuade tank, also known as the RC tank. This thing is super cringe. When you spawn this thing from your interaction menu, you despawn off the map. That's the first OP thing about it. I'm standing like right here. Like I should be visible, but I am gone because my RC tank is in play. You can equip this thing with either the regular like turret. It's kind of just like a 50 cal turret. It's like an MG essentially. Or it can come equipped with a flamethrower, a rocket launcher, as you just saw. The explosives are a little bit weaker. I think 2 shots is just like, it's still pretty, it's just such a non-committal vehicle. The range isn't super big on it, but if you're on foot, then it can definitely cause some trouble for your opponent because like you just don't have to be present in the fight to use this. Like you cannot die when you're using this. I think that's my main gripe with it. And this thing is also, I think it's decently tanky. I don't exactly know how many explosives or bullets it can take or anything, but it's small, making it kind of hard to hit, and it's just really strong to like be able to be in a fight without actually having to be in a fight. I unfortunately don't have any footage of me fighting against one of these, but speaking from experience, it's really cringe. And it has a jump too, dude. Like, are you kidding me? That's crazy, dude. That jump is ridiculous. I think it's just a very low skill, low commitment kind of vehicle / weapon, and that's why it makes this list. Up next, we have the Tugboat. It's not all that cringe of a vehicle. It's just really fucking slow. I personally love the way the Tugboat looks. I was really excited when it got added into GTA. It was my favorite boat in the game. And then they made it a cell mission, and it was just like it was disgusting. It's like vile how slow this thing is. You could run faster than this. Like, are you kidding? Look how slow we're going. I don't feel like I need to do all that much explaining. You can just see how slow we're going, and that's why it's cringe. If you guys get this for your cell mission, I'm so sorry, because it's not that armored, and there's not much you can do if, like, let's say an oppressor comes after you. You're fucked. Like, you might as well have just blown it up yourself. It's so slow. It's a terrible vehicle. Yep, we're going. Nice. I'm having so much fun, if you guys can't tell. Wow. I love GTA. Yes. Up next, we have the Pegassi Tesseract. I just think it's really ugly. I think it's ugly, and it's electric. It's just not all that great of a car. It like doesn't handle well or anything. Doesn't feel good to drive. It slides out if you turn for more than 1 second. It's not slow though. That's the only thing. I was running some drag races with HarmNone and Twingo, and the Tesseract is really fast off the line, first of all, because it's electric, of course. That's like, you know, what electrics are about. But it was a Pegassi drag race, and so it was going up the Torero XO, which, if you guys know, is 1, incredibly fast off the line, and 2, has a really high top speed, and this was just like ever so slightly behind it. I was really surprised to see, because I didn't realize that the Tesseract was that fast. That doesn't mean it's fun to drive. Like, the Torero XO is still faster, and it's better looking. Please, I don't want to see these online. Don't drive these. Don't buy these. They're ugly, and it's just a cringe supercar. I think the worst part about this is that the more I shit the car, the more I like it. Like, I almost feel bad. It's still cringe though, don't get it. Please, because if more people like it, then like I'm gonna like it too. For almost $3 million though, it's a shit car. Don't get this thing. It's just so not worth your money. I think the Torero XO is like, is it cheaper? I need to know. No, the Torero XO is slightly more expensive, but you're just getting so much more of like a better vehicle in terms of top speed, handling. The acceleration is a little slower, but it will pass the Tesseract in a straight line. It's a Lamborghini. It looks so much better. Like, I guess the other one is a Lamborghini too, but oh, it's so ugly. That's how it should look. Now, this one might surprise you guys a little bit, but I threw on the Entity MT, which I do think is one of the best looking cars in the entire game. It's a really beautiful replica of what it's supposed to be in real life, which is the Koenigsegg Jesko. It sounds amazing. I'm using this as a placeholder for pretty much all of the Entity vehicles. They're trash. I'm not sure if this is true for the XF. The Entity vehicles are all just built with engine resistance, which pretty much makes your car slow and bad. There's really no point to it being in the game. I would love to have this as a top performing supercar as opposed to like the Emirates. The Emirates is so much uglier compared to this thing. But no, Rockstar said F you, and gave it engine resistance, so now it's just not viable in like at all. Would I still buy this thing? Like, f yeah, like it looks so good. It's on sale this week for 1.7 million, down from 2.4, so you guys should cop. But like, it is cringe that it is built with engine resistance, because we could have had so much more of a better car. Like, there's just no point. There's no point. I'm not gonna blow this one up out of respect. I really like the vehicle still. I just wish it didn't have engine resistance, because it's like, what could have been, you know? In this case, I think I'm being the toxic one, as opposed to the vehicle being toxic, like the RC tank, for example, but it's just tough, bro. Last on our list, my friends, is the Canis Seminole. There's a lot of misinformation about this thing. There are certain YouTubers who really like this car who they're just like flat out lying about what it can do. Stuff like it's super armored, like it can take 300 missiles, like it's the fastest vehicle in the game. I will admit, it's a strong vehicle. Like, don't get me wrong. It can withstand a lot of insurgent bashing without getting too clobbered. But overall, like the Canis Seminole, like it's not better than the Acia. I'm gonna just say it right now, okay? A stronger vehicle. It can take more rockets than this thing can. It's faster, it's cooler, better customization. Is the Canis Seminole actually that bad? Like, no, I kind of just need to play devil's advocate. I did just want to clear up that there's some misinformation about this vehicle, and I want you guys to know the truth, which is that the class AC is a lot better. So if you have a Canis Seminole, you should sell them and destroy all of them that you see on site. This is where the Canis Seminole belongs. Long live the king! As an honorable mention, I did want to throw on the Oppressor Mark II for a second time because it is that cringe. Like, it deserves to make this list. You know what? It should even make the list 3 times, but for the sake of your guys' time, I'm only going to throw it on twice. This thing is cringe. I don't think I need to repeat myself on all the reasons why. If you guys missed out, you can go back to the start of the video. But I did just want to remind you one more time that it exists and it's cringe, and if you use it, you should feel bad. Oh, there we go. That's what happens to Seminoles. Oh my god. Killed 2 birds with 1 stone right there. The Oppressor blew up on the explosion of the Seminole. That was absolutely amazing. I love that. If you have an ounce of dignity, don't use the Oppressor. Use a Hydra or something. The Hydra's got clout. Use some other helicopter. Just don't use the Oppressor. It's cringe. Like, at least back it up with, like, sniper gameplay or something, you know? Like don't just shit the bed the instant you lose your Oppressor. That's the most cringe part. Anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for the top 10 most cringe vehicles in GTA Online. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed the video. It would really help it out. Comment down below and let me know what you thought of my list, or maybe if I missed something. These are, in my opinion, the 10 most cringe vehicles, so I would love to hear if you guys have differing ones. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. There will be more content coming out like this in the very near future. And that's all I have for this one. Take care, and I'll catch you boys in the next one. Peace!